Hi guys, it is me once again, and welcome to another live stream from the Chill and Crochet, um, Chill and Crochet. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. But welcome to another Chill and Crochet live stream. I am your hostess, and I know it has been a while since I have been live, and kind of a lot has been going on. So the number one reason why I'm live now is because my husband switched schedules. So he now works nights. So he's at work right now. And that gives me time to do this. And another reason is our nephew isn't here. He had a couple of shows to do in Alabama. He did one on the 7th. Yeah, because today's the night. He did one on the 7th, and then his next one is on the 14th. So he's going to be gone for a while. And yeah, that's that. So if you are seeing what I'm looking at, and let me do a little information, a little background here. So back in February, my best friend kind of enticed me to start on a project, and it's based off of one of my um, I don't want to say my first fan fiction because it wasn't my first. It's not my first fan fiction, but it is the first one I've ever finished. As far as I finished two books of it, but so the idea came to make a blanket and have each square represent one of the heroes from from the book series. I did explain that, I believe, in the last video. I'm trying to remember what my last video was. I think my last video was of me doing the first square, and if I remember correctly. But if don't pay attention to that to that one. I frogged that square because it didn't look right to me. I I think that's what I told my best friend. But like I looked over it and it looked like it was coming out the way it was supposed to, but I don't know. I can't remember because that was way back in March. And so today is Monday, May 9th, 2022. But I have long since frogged that square and started it over. And I came to the conclusion that maybe I should do it corner to corner. So if you're not familiar with corner to corner, it is literally you work one corner all the way up to the other corner. Uh it makes I think it makes for a good graph gan, but at the same time it also makes that graph gan a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be because you're working in segments, you're working in blocks. So each block equals, like, on if you see on there, each block will equal one of those pixels. But I finished two squares since then. So this is the first one. And I got to do a lot of more details. But this is the Doc Winter square. As you see, it is a snowflake. There's a few points that I have to work on. I was wondering. I was like, wait, I had it sideways. All right, so that's how it looks. So there are a few points in this that I have to work over, of course, and I will get to that. So this square one, and as you see, it is a big square. This one measured out 18 by 18. I restarted it back in April 15th, and I finished this one April 30th. So it took me a long time to finish this because of distractions and me being sidetracked. The second square is Tabitha Square. Yes. This is my character's logo that I kind of made up because she's my character. And that's the same thing as far as Doc Square. So I'm 2 squares up, and I have 7 more to go. So today's episode, you guys are going to be watching me start on the Flash. If you go ahead and see that logo right there, it's darkened because I have it. I'm starting to do the progress tracker, and their progress tracker darkens everything else um, except for the row or round that you're working on. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I have a layout of how I want the blanket to look, and the Tabitha square, this square right here, sorry, this one right here is going to be the center square. So it's going to be 9 squares total, and I think they're going to be big enough because, like I said, she's upside down. So the Dock square measured out 18 by 18. This one measured out 17 by 17, so it is smaller. And I know that my best friend wanted to see a picture of just how smaller it is. But let's see. If I do it this way, you can actually tell. Oh. Well, you actually can't. So they're kind of yeah, you can, like right here. So yeah, it's, I don't know. I have to remeasure it out, but the last time I measured, this one was 18 by 18, and this one is 17 by 17. So blocking is going to be required so that all of the squares are the same size, which is weird because, as you saw with this, I used an ombre, which is, I used this, and I thought it represented Doc really well because her favorite color is purple, which she kind of is me, and I wanted to use this, and I was so glad that it worked out the way that it did because I couldn't really think of the actual shade of purple I wanted to use, and that let me use like all of them. So yeah. So with that being said, and yeah, I got to do a lot of patchwork, a lot of adjustments on these squares so that they can look right. But at the same time, this is my blanket. So anyway, really quick before we start. So that is Flash. And I wanted to start on the Flash next because I wanted to kind of get the white out of the way because my last 2 squares use white, and I thought that this would be the last one. But let's go to my charts. I decided to not do blank squares, but the rest of the squares, which will be 4 more, are going to have that Justice League improvised logo. And the reason why I say it's improvised is because it's supposed to have a star in between the J and the L, and I could not get that star to look right in the graph. So there is that. So it's just modified. It's going to be without the square. And honestly, those are my initials. So, and it's my blanket. So this is how this going to work. So that's going to have some white, but we're going to concentrate more on the hero squares. So I'm taking advice from my best friend again. And she wants me to, I guess, do all the squares at least the hero squares and figure out which way I'm going to arrange them. Because the only thing for sure is that Tabitha, the one square that you saw with the lightning bolt, Tabitha square is the middle because she's the main character. So but that's the only thing that I have in stone as far as the arrangement of the squares. Everything else is like up in the air. I'm thinking maybe in order of when she met the others. So I have no idea. But the other heroes are going to be, of course, Martian Manhunter and Batman. So yeah. If you guys can hear the music, I'm actually listening to another thing on YouTube. Another channel on YouTube. It's called Cozy Apartment, and it's really, really. I've been enjoying it for this past week and a half that I've been listening, and I'm not a jazz enthusiast, but I love listening to jazz. So I think this is why I kind of like the jazz for this channel. And also another friend of mine showed me that there's another crocheter who is kind of sort of doing the same thing that I'm doing, except I think she is actually recording and then posting, and it's like 30 minutes, and she doesn't talk, but you get to listen to music and watch her crochet. I think it's pretty cool. I will definitely give you guys the link to that because I think that's pretty cool. But I don't know. I told them that I live stream more than I do like regular recordings. So it would be, I think it would be better for me to do recordings, and that way I can edit stuff out and all that. So yeah. Uh, um, of course, I'm also always on Discord, so you're gonna see me pause. Anyway, so I've already done, you know, I've already done square one, so we're gonna go to square two. See, I did the little tiny square. Well, I call them blocks. You can call them blocks, squares, segments, however you want to call them. So the thing about crocheting corner to corner and going by a graph, I found out actually when the first corner to corner I tried was this. It was supposed to be a heartthrob blanket for a friend of mine's daughter when she was born. I think she's 6 now. And I was almost finished, and my animals stole it. But I learned from looking at that graph that the uneven rows go down and the even rows go up. So it makes a world of a difference if you go by that. So anyway. All right, so we're going on to row 2. So the pattern that I'm using for the corner to corner, which I love, is I'm going to chain 5, turn, and I'm going to start a DC, a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook, and then 2 other DCs in the other 2. Then, well, I'll just show you. So 8, 4, and 5. So have a 5 chain, gonna turn. And another tip is when you turn after you do your chain 5, your chains are going to be like facing you. And I usually work at in the wrong side, which is the side that has like the little humps, because I don't know, it's just easier for me. But if it's easier for you to work like on the side top or or turn and then do your chain 5, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Honestly, it comes out with the same results. But if you're doing it the way I am doing it, you just got to remember that your chains are going to be looking towards you. So that's where you work in. All right, so I did that. And so what I do is, this is the chain 2. So I do a slip stitch, chain 2, and then 3 DCs. So and that's how I do my corner to corners. I found out that you can do a half double crochet for your corner to corners. I haven't. Well, I did the swatch when I found out, and it really wasn't that big of a difference as far as the size, because I used I think I actually used like a smaller hook because I crochet loose, and I used a smaller hook to do the swatch, and I compared it to what I had, and it wasn't that big of a difference in size. Maybe if it was a half an inch, that was pushing it. Like I'm over exaggerating at half an inch. It could have been less than a half an inch difference. So, all right. Another thing I like about this, because it makes it works out a little bit faster in my opinion. 3. Especially when you get to the decreases, and yeah, I'm going to be working a little bit slower because, as you see, there's going to be like some color changes, and those take up some time for me. But um, there is no square in this project where there won't be any color changes, especially now that I decided to add on the Justice League logos instead of just making them like just plain. So another thing about corner to corner is that it makes it easier to work with black, because you don't the only ones you have to find, stitches you have to find, are the chain 2s, and they're easy to find, honestly. So which is why I'm not afraid. Well, I wasn't afraid of making my blank squares black. Okay, so I'm just hoping that this is the right red. And I always have to remind myself that this is my blanket. This is not a blanket that I'm doing for somebody else, and the colors have to be 100% right. You know, like for the Flash, I could have did, um, like a burgundy, because I think in the show his suit is like a burgundy color type. It's not like a fire truck red, But I could have used burgundy, but I'm not using that version of the Flash because that's Barry Allen Flash. Yes. Another thing, this is Wally West Flash. This is not Barry Allen Flash. The Flash that I wrote about. Well, the series has some scenes from Justice League Unlimited, and it's an old cartoon. Uh, I'm trying to remember when it came out. I can't remember the exact time it came out, but I know we moved here in '05. Very like literal end of '05. We moved here New Year's Eve, 2005. And so 2006, I was watching, started watching Justice League and Justice League Unlimited because it used to come on Cartoon Network. And then I think it switched over to Boomerang. It might not have, but I can't remember. I know for sure that I started it off on Cartoon Network, and I had recorded it and started watching it. Got hooked, but I mean, of course I would because I'm into superheroes. So, and not like I didn't know about Justice League. It was just that series. Sorry. So it was that series in particular that I didn't know about, and I loved it, and it gave me the idea of how to start off, well, finish, I guess, my story, because my main character had always been a character in my head. I'm sorry, I got something in my teeth. Since, oh gosh, I want to say she's been a character in my head since 1999, honestly. And I just didn't know what I wanted. Well, she started off as a Pokemon character, as a not a gym leader per se, but like a gym co-leader. And I could never like do the story the way I wanted to. So, but she just stayed in my head for a while. And then it was one year I was watching TV, and I remember MTV used to have a Spider-Man series, and it was, I don't know, it was, I can't explain like how it was. I thought it was pretty good. They kind of tried to modernize Spider-Man a little bit, and like everybody had like everybody was like a guest voice, because I remember one episode in particular. I know a lot of you probably don't listen to rap, but there was this rapper named Eve, and she had a guest voice as one of the characters, which was pretty cool to me. Um, hmm, let's see, is that one? Yeah, but I think I'm telling the wrong story actually. And another thing about corner to corner, before I forget, it is so much easier to count your stitches because each of these blocks count as one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That uh tells me I didn't do this. All right. So that tells me I'm on row 5. I'm into row 5. So if you ever lose count, all you have to do is count your little blocks, and it should tell you kind of sort of like where you're going. Which, yeah, it is. It will tell you like what row you're on, as if you lose track of the rows. But yeah, I think I'm telling you guys the wrong story. But I do remember watching Spider-Man from MTV, and I thought it was a pretty good series. It didn't last too long, but I think after that they had made another Spider-Man, not MTV, but it was another type of Spider-Man cartoon. And there was one episode where there was a villain called, oh my gosh, what was her name? Live Wire. I think that was her name. And I liked the way that she was created. And So I was like, okay, well, maybe Tabitha shouldn't be a Pokemon trainer. Maybe she should be a superhero, or at least a superhuman. And the original premise was that everything was going to be original. And it kind of scared me because I was like, oh crap, I got to come up with villains. I got to come up with a city. I got to come up with all this stuff. And I just, of course, forgot to do that. And my brain couldn't deal. And then life got in the way. So um, I think I ended up writing like the first paragraph. And that one paragraph was stuck for, oh my God, like 5, 6 years. Maybe longer than that. Well, no, it was less than that because in '06 was when, um, like I said, moved here, and it was just me and my husband. There was no parents, there was no brother, no sister-in-law, none of that. And so I was bored. I had no friends. I didn't know where to go, and I stayed in the house and watched a lot of TV. And once I started watching Justice League Unlimited, I think that's when it like hit me. I was like, this is where I should put Tabitha. And so I don't know, it just jump started like how I wanted to start the story. And then I thought back to how her powers came to be in my head, not in the story. That makes sense. But when I thought about where I got the idea of her having powers, I was like, well, let's throw in Spider-Man too. And so, yeah. So it started to make more sense that she should be in a fan fiction, you know. Um, so yeah. And that's why Tabitha is one of my favorite OCs that I have, because she's been with me the longest. And now I've developed her through role playing in the Discord server. And now she's just not this person just stuck into a world that's already been created. Um, so yeah. And I put myself in the story um, honestly because I wanted to, but then I didn't make myself like a major factor in the series. Like there's chapters where you don't hear from her like at all because the story is about Tabitha. So there's that. Now there was a discussion. There was a discussion of what superheroes I should include in this blanket. And at first, I was like, why don't we go in order of how she met these heroes? But the problem is, have you guys seen Spider-Man's logo? Oh no, I'm not doing that. That logo is crazy. That it would have to be not corner to corner. All right, just a second. I got a text. So sorry about this. Okay, so anyway, so all right, 3, 6, 7. Roll 7 is done. So one of the ideas was to do all the heroes, and like I said again, the problem was the logos because like she meets Spider-Man, she meets Batman, um, she meets the X-Men, she meets Iron Man, So I was like, that's a lot, you know. And their logos are very heavily detailed. Like I would have definitely had to stick with just regular SC. And so I was like, well, let me just pick out the ones that are important to her. So, of course, when I did the first square of Doc Winter, that's her best friend. So she's very important to her. Even though I'm going to rewrite what I have so far to make it original. And even in the rewrite, she's still not going to be like always constantly there, even though she's her best friend. So Doc's appearances will be very limited, especially in the first and second book and the third. Because the rewrite, I think I'm splitting the first book up into two to make it a bit shorter. And then the second book, I don't know, it might be split up as well, but I'm definitely not sure because I haven't like gone over the second book to see I need to take out everything that's Marvel and DC, of course, but I also need to figure out like other plots that happen because I take like a lot of plots from Justice League Unlimited. Um, in book 3, there's going to be the Avengers plot. Excuse me. So that's stuff that I have to think about taking out and then replacing with something else. But yeah, so Doc is very important to her because that's her best friend. And then this square, which is the Flash, again, The Flash is important to her as well because he is one of the ones that kind of train her, if not the only one that like physically trains her. All right. So Tabitha and Wally do become best friends. Um, and two, three, five. They actually, she looks at him like one of her brothers. So of course he's important to her. All right. So now we're on a row that has some color changing, and it is an odd row, and so that means it's going down. So I'm gonna start right here. So these two red and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. All right. One thing I don't like is when the color change happens like right here at the start. Cause I don't know, it just makes it kind of tedious when it starts right there. Which if you're looking, there are going to be two, maybe three or four, I think. Let me see. So 27 goes down. So 27 will start with a black square, and row 28 will not. It'll end. Okay. Row 19 goes down. Yeah. Row 19 goes down, so they would end with a black. So yeah, only two. Okay, I'm grateful. Very grateful that only two will end up starting with a black. I doubt that I will last that long in the stream. I don't even know how much I have left. How am I going? Oh, 37 minutes. Okay, that's cool. So I haven't been looking at the screen that I'm recording from. I've been looking at the screen, of course, that I'm working on the square with. So yes, I am very grateful that it's only two rows I have to worry about. All right, so how do you do the color changes? It's the same way you do any other color change. But this is the only way that I know. So as you see, I just started on the last DC in the little three cluster there. So you go all the way until the last step. You don't complete that. So what you do, and I have bobbles that I had made from the last one. So already. All right. So you take the end and you're going to basically make it like a stitch. And you're going to pull the black through the two reds. Tighten them up just a tad bit. All right. So another thing about corner to corner is, I said that the odd rows are going to be going down. The odd rows are what you would call the right side in this. So right now you guys are looking at like the wrong side, but I'm looking at the right side. So my plan is to hide the stitches to where they won't look. Um, yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking at the right side. You guys are looking at the wrong side. Sorry. Hide the stitches to where they don't appear on the right side. All right. So because I have so many blocks between the reds, I usually I would carry them, but carrying this red won't make it look right. So I'm going to drop the red here. Like if it was only like one, maybe two blocks, then I wouldn't worry about it. But it's like a 5. So this red's getting dropped, and I'm gonna have to make a bobbin. But what I'm gonna do is try to catch that end right there, which worked out fine. So yeah, so the point of corner to corner is to make sure that all of your little mistakes or whatever are on the wrong side. So that way, because the only person that's going to see that is you. Unless you're making it for somebody, and then you'd have to like make sure that everything is perfect. But because this is for me, like everything is going to be, you'll see everything on the wrong side. So. So yeah, so again, the Flash is important to Tabitha because they're the best of buddies, and they look after each other like brother and sister. So there's even a point in the transition, a point in the story where somebody asks Wally, like, why didn't you try to date her? And he's just like, ew. Like, no, she's my sister. Like, I wouldn't do that. So, and Tabitha reacts the same way. Like, it's like, how dare you? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm doing pretty well for it to be 40 minutes, and I've gotten to, okay, that's didn't connect right. And I'm on row 9. Thing I like about these squares is that like when you look at the graph, they look like small. So they do work up kind of quickly, well, quicker than you would expect. All right, so same thing. We're going to change color again. Uh, I'm going to have to make, yeah, I'm just going to need a regular bobbin. So instead of me trying to cut this, I'm going to going to find the other end of this, which is hard. Ow. Okay, it is harder than I expected because, yeah. So we're going to have to, either I'm going to have to find another red skein or I'm going to have to find the end of this one. So I hate doing this, even though this has to be done sooner or later. So, oh, and there is a pattern. What is it? Oh, cool. Little Ridge crochet cowl. Ooh, keep that. All right, now that I've done that, oh, I have no idea. Is this the end of it? Yes. Oh, found it. All right, so how I make my bobbins is because I haven't seen any tutorial on how to make bobbins, and I'm a type of particular person. Like you have to tell me like how much to do of whatever. Like the only thing I don't need that for is cooking, but like stuff like this, you need to tell me the details. But I wrap it around like 100 times, give or take. So, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it off my finger. Six. 40. All right, so that's about 50. So we're halfway there. So 899 ish. You guys know I hate cutting yarn, but it's needed. All right, stick that right there so that won't get tangled up. Bobbins are really great lifesavers. You would definitely need to do these when you're doing any Afghans, if only to minimize the tangling. Okay, that's too much leeway. There we go. All right. And again, you're going to drop the old color and pick up the new. There's still going to be a little bit of tangling, but untangling will not be a headache as much. But when I tell you, that's the first time I did the crochet on the corner to corner, it was I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, okay, I'll just use both ends of the skein, no problem. Like no, oh, it was a nightmare. But the only reason why I did that, ooh, excuse me, was because I hate cutting yarn because that's like a commitment. All right, down to row 9. All right, like even the back looks pretty decent right now. All right, so I think I did good with picking this red. I wanted to do like a brighter red, but I don't have a brighter red on me. I could have not did the flashes and just went to there's yellow. All right. I could have just went to one of the Justice League squares, but my best friend is right. I just need to get the hero squares out the way. Um, Not that they're tedious or anything like that. It's just I love the feeling of the accomplishment. Oh, I messed up. Well, it doesn't matter. Come on. All right, so now we're on row 10, so that means we're going up. So it's one red square, and then we go to black, and then we switch to yellow. So, and also, when you saw me do my little bobbin, um, I know there's a particular way that you can do it, um, to where it can be used easier, and I just can't remember how to do it. Like, there's a certain way to wrap it. All right, so Sorry, there's dog or cat hair. It's a good thing I'm doing this for myself because it's going to have a lot of animal hair. Um, okay, so as you see, there's two squares um, from the black, and it's just two squares, so I'm just going to reach over. Um, so I just encountered another problem, but we're going to fix it, hopefully. I know my friend is going to be like, oh my God, why did you go over instead of making another bobbin? No, it's cool. It's only two squares. We're fine. All right. My only problem with this is that they get hooked underneath my keys on my keyboard. One of these days, I'm going to deep clean upstairs, and move my computer and stuff back upstairs. And I have ample room to do what I need to do. And then you guys get to see my messy bedroom. One of these days. So yeah, that's the mistake that I found, which you can't really see from right here. But I can see it, so I had to catch the end of a red. All right, so we're moving on to yellow. All right, so we're gonna stop for a second. Grab a yellow, which mainstays, and we're gonna make a bobbin. Uh, uh, I might make this bobbin a little bit bigger because I'm looking and there's some yellow, a lot of yellow coming up. Now that I'm looking at it, and you see me looking over here because I have a picture frame. I'm thinking I might. I don't know. I want to use this yellow. I want to use this yellow. We're using this yellow. Because this is the yellow that I use for Tabitha's lightning bolt, and hold on, guys. 24. Yeah, I'm making this one a bit bigger. The reason why I want to use this yellow is because this is the yellow that I use for Tabitha's lightning bolt and her logo. And in the story, she ends up changing her superhero outfit uh twice after her original one. And so the last one she um pays tribute to Martian Manhunter because if anything that's her mentor. And she gathered Wally and Doc together for ideas, and Wally was like, you know that lightning is your thing. So why don't you have a lightning bolt like me? And that's why I think that I'm going to keep the same yellow. So, all right. Excuse me. All right. So just be reminded that now you guys are looking at the right side. So, which is why I'm trying to make everything come over to me. So all the little mishaps will be on are what I'm looking at. So it might be one tiny one, but it's fine. I can fix it later. All right. And plus, I don't have that many yellows. Like, I would love for this to be a little bit darker, but I think this is the darkest yellow that I have without it being full on gold. Now, for the Martian, I might be using the gold because I'm using gold in the blanket for his little chain. And now that I'm thinking about it, why is there yellow in his? Anyway, I have to look and see why. His should not have any yellow in it. So, all right. So we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So this is a bit of a surprise because my other squares, the background, I carried, but I don't know. This one just this one felt this one feels different. Like, well, no, Tabitha Square, I didn't really carry that much of her background because of the spacing. So this is fine. So another thing I want to do is I want to try these squares out in regular SC again, but these patterns are different. Uh, like the snowflake pattern is different from the one I started off with in the last live stream, and I did that. All right. Now to add on, which I do have, another bobbin of black. These are my leftover bobbins from the Tabitha Square. Come back. Okay, and another thing I do when it comes to like the bobbins, I kind of pull um, to not have so many holes. But my next trial is going to do these squares in regular SC and see how that compares to what I have. So I will be technically making myself like 2 blankets. All right. Yeah, that's not right. So what I was supposed to do was grab a hold of this while I made the three, the little cluster of three. There we go. Drop that. Start with red. See, that row took me a while because of the color changes, but also, this is the start of the bobbin. So once it starts going along, I have at least somewhat of the right amount of bobbins, and I can just catch them, and just go. All right, row 10 done. Going to row 11. 11 goes down. So one red square, then go to black, then, oh, great. We'll figure it out. Also, another thing, as far as where I've been is, like I said, I have been busy, not too much, but enough to have plenty of distractions. Oh, you know what? My cat is outside. I think I hear him crying. Right back. Hi, buddy. Hi. Well, it wasn't him crying. It was somebody outside. But he definitely was on the porch just looking like, excuse me, ma'am. Let me in. So, oh, so my friend been talking to me this whole time. She has. Because I have it down low because I know one of the last ones she said that she couldn't barely hear me, but she heard the music like blaring. But at the same time, she had her headphones in. So I turned that down. But in doing so, I turned down the volume of the whole computer. So I don't hear my little notifications. All right, so we say row 11 and 11 is going down. So, yeah, she's been. Oh, I didn't miss that much. She's only been talking to me for like a couple of minutes. All right. Come here. So, like I said, this is just one of the tedious things about having the bobbins is you have to move them around so they won't get tangled as much. Hmm. All right. All right. So again, two squares away from the yellow, we're gonna bring this yellow over. But the problem is, I mean, it's not that big of a problem. I just have to make more bobbins. That's all. And that's how that's solved. Okay, so just bring this yellow over. I think most of this video is going to be of me making bobbins. But see, as you can see, because like I said, this is the wrong side that you're looking at. So you're going to see that, but it's not going to appear on the side that I'm looking at. Like I said, again, it's fine because this is my blanket. So, part of me was thinking I should have just carried this black, but I don't have that much, so I just make another bobbin. It's fine. I think the next row we're going to be introducing Light. Alright, so it's that 1, 2, 3. Bobbin time. I can find the end of it. Okay. And now that I'm looking, make another bobbin of yellow. Yeah. What, buddy? Hi. Haven't seen you all day. You want to be in the video? Nope. Telling you, in like 2 minutes, he's going to scare the crap out of me and come over here. Oh, or not. All right. Got our yellow bobbin. And I've just been informed. Oh my gosh. You have been. Okay, so what you have missed is nothing, really. No. I started on the flash square. And yeah. Well, yeah. That's all. Um Oh, I also mentioned that because I'm not on the screen where the recording is. I'm on the screen of the graph. So I have not seen anything. Like I'm just now seeing that you've been commenting all this whole time. All right. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can do it this way then. All right, we're going to X out of kind of sort of out of Discord. I'm going to take my flash. Oh, that's perfect. Kind of. I need to go to. Okay, I wonder if I can do it this way then. Aha. All right. There. Perfect. All right. Now, I said on to black. And I just made a bobbin for black. Wait, why are you? Okay. I don't know why it looked weird, but it did. And I just realized you guys probably haven't been seeing me work on this. All right, so we're already at an hour. I have no idea how long I want to make this one. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we can do this one for like a couple hours since I have the time. All right. What, buddy? No. 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 What do you need? Oh my gosh. Ah, down. He wants attention. I haven't seen him all day, so he wants attention. They're right, buddy. Oh, okay. Or he's crying to go back outside. That's what he's doing. Because he's going right back at the door. All right, yeah, 3 black squares or segments, sections, blocks, and then 2 yellows. So I'm gonna join. Another yellow. Out the black. I have to crochet like this so you guys can see. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys probably just saw like the tip top part. What? Hold on, buddy. Can I finish this row? Ah, get down. Ah, down. You want them to see you? Come on the other side. He's crying to go outside. I'm gonna finish this row and then I'm gonna let him back outside. Because that's what I do. I spoil. Yeah, you can only see like me doing the tip top of it. All right. I think it's because of the screen sharing that I'm doing. So what I might end up doing is stopping the screen share. Or I used to be able to make it smaller, but you can't do that for some reason. There we go. All right. A black square. And then finish off with the red. Are you crying over there? You are. Yeah, that's what I was about to do. I was just about to just go ahead and shift the whole camera. But first, I got to let this butthead out. I know. Come here. Oh, see. He hates that. Yeah. There. Now everybody saw you. Be right back, guys. All right, come on. Come on. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. Now you guys can see. And I'm so sorry for that. So you guys get like an extra hour. All right, so row 11 is done. On to row 12. 4, 5. Then we flip. So now, like I said, now you guys get to see. Okay. Flip. There we go. You guys get to see the right side of the work and also all of this tangling up here. Like I said, this it's going to tangle regardless, but with bobbins you can move them around better than you can do whole skeins. 2, 3. All right. And guess what happens after this little block? Color change. The only thing blocking it is my arm, but I have to hold it. You know what it's starting to look like a little bit? The Incredibles. I probably should have used different shade of red. All right. All right, now one. Wait. Sorry, I need that. I need that string over to my side. Oh. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so as I was trying to say earlier, because you guys know I get sidetracked whenever I speak. Um, I have been somewhat busy while I've been away, but not too much. The one main thing is that I had gotten into a car accident, which it has been a couple of weeks now. I'm fine. The people that I hit are fine, and it was just it was just a dumb moment. It was my very first accident, so of course I was still shaken up like a lot. Um, I didn't think I'd hit them that hard, but apparently I did, to where they had to get their vehicle repaired. So my truck is still in the shop. We just got word from them last week that I have a black. Okay, there's a black. Well, I know I had a black. I'm just trying to see how far away it was. All right. It's only two squares. We're good. Uh, so yeah, it was me not paying attention. Well, I kind of was. So I was approaching this intersection. I was in the wrong lane, like for my liking, because I was on my way to get pick up my brother to take him to work, and I have to stay in the right lane. But there was this car literally going like 30 miles an hour, and I had to get away from them. Okay, it's two. Trying to get past them, but then there's a vehicle in front of me. They were. I'm not gonna say that they weren't going um, fast enough, you know, but the way that it was set up, it just felt like that one of those traps. And I heard the rescue squad sirens, and I looked over. They were on to my right at the intersection. They had the lights flashing, so I'm like, all right, well, they got to come across. I'm starting to slow down, but then I look, and the car in front of me already stopped. So, and I did that again. Oh, that's right. This row is we start the white. Oh, where is it? So, so yeah, not I didn't slam into them, but I did a good number on my bumper, and it was like the impact, well, the sound of the impact is what got me. And in my mind, I thought I hit them hard enough for my airbag to deploy, but I didn't. The one thing that I do regret, besides the whole thing, uh, is that I didn't go to the hospital afterwards. Even though, like, I felt that I was fine. I was a little bit banged up. Like I had hit my leg, my shin, on the bottom, um, below the steering wheel. And I know that like 2-3 days after it, it like went to my hip. So I was having a bit of a time. Okay, here's the thing. There's another black. And I'm thinking, should I just carry this black over or make another bobbin? I think I'm gonna make another bobbin. This thing's gonna have a lot of bobbins. So yeah, I think I should have went. Because I was in shock. My blood pressure was sky high, of course. But they checked my leg out. It wasn't broken or anything. It wasn't even a bruise, I don't think. So but we've been dealing with that. And it made me realize like how pushed back everything is, and like hardly nobody's talking about it. And this is weird because my sister-in-law got into a car accident at not the beginning. What's the beginning? Like in the middle of January, and she still has a rental. Like it's May, and they are waiting on radiator. That's how long they've been waiting on that radiator, and that's how backed up everything is. Which, like I said, it's just so weird. Like how backlogged everything is, and nobody knows why. Like I don't know why. All right, all right, another bobbin. I mean, we know why, but we don't know why. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, she's been waiting that long for a radiator, and the company told us. Well, at first we thought, well, my husband thought that I did hit them harder than I thought, because there was talk that there could have been frame damage. And if the one thing that you will learn about accidents is that if there is frame damage, they're going to total your vehicle out. And I've only had my truck for 3 years, so I was like about near tears when he told me that like there could be frame damage. But good news is not. It's not any frame damage. They're just waiting on Nissan to send over the parts, which is funny because Nissan is like um, maybe a block away from where we're getting the service done. So I'm like, I should be getting my truck this week, but I doubt it. All right. But yeah, I mean, no real injuries. Everything is fine. It's just I'm still like, holy crap. I never thought that I would ever get into a car accident. Like I've never even being a passenger in a car accident, that never happened. Been some close calls, but never like a full blown accident. And it showed like who really cared for me. Not to say that nobody does, but it showed. And I was so grateful. All right. All right, the yellow block, then a black, and then a red. And then we finally done with row 12. um, but the accident did stop plans for me and the husband, and I know he's upset about that because we had plans on going to Alabama with the nephew, but then you guys wouldn't have seen alive. So all right, all right, row 12 done. It's kind of like I said, it's a mix between the Incredibles, and these are like the colors of the Maryland state flag. Now that I'm looking at it, it's crazy. I guess that'd be my next project is to do flags. All right, row 13. I would love to do like the Tennessee state flag, but it's the stars, man. Oh man, now it makes me want to look at the Maryland state flag to see. All right, and I had to do that for somebody who's from Maryland. So it'd be something that it would be a commission piece. Cause I'm not well. I mean, I can do one and then like sell it. You know, I can do it that way. All right. All right. So this black is almost about to die. So be making another bobbin soon. I'm thinking I should make my bobbins like bigger. And that's where that one thing comes in where I told you guys like I need to know like dimensions, you know, because like I almost didn't start on this because where I got the idea from was was his website, which I will definitely link to, and she's done a DC crochet along squares like these. So that's where this flash comes from, kinda. Hers is very different than mine because I think hers is the Barry Allen flash, and so it's not outlined in black. And there's a yellow border that you start with, which is a great idea, but um yeah, she doesn't have anything outlined in black. And oh yeah, I'm moving on to a yellow and then on to another black. Cool. So but when I start on the Batman one, I got the Batman one from her, and I think Martian from her. I could be wrong. I think I made the Martian one from another graph that I had, but she definitely does have a Martian Manhunter one, which shocked me because that's he's so hard to find because his fans are like so far and in between, and I think that's a shame. But I'm biased. All right, I'm kind of excited that we got to the white part. It only took me an hour and a half. Like if I already had these bobbins set up and thought ahead, like it wouldn't be this a lot. Sorry, it wouldn't be this slow. And I think that's the one thing that kind of irks me too is like how slow that I can get when I know I can crochet fast. All right, how many white blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, as you can't really see, but I'm crocheting that in the back because that's the wrong side. Nobody cares how the wrong side looks unless you're like a true perfectionist. It's only two. Okay. So the thing about corner to corner, especially if you're doing it, well, I guess it doesn't matter like which style you do. It is like one of those mindless. It's one of those mindless stitches. To the point where it'll get a little bit too mindless, and I've caught myself doing more than the cluster of three. It's like, oh crap. All right, let's see. That one is next. Okay. Tangled up, I think. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot, I gotta start on the fifth one. And uh then a black square. Okay. Okay. And black. Push that over towards the yellow. I mean the white. So I'm trying to untangle, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. My goodness. See? Tedious. All right, and let me see if I can show you guys real quick what I was talking about as far as tightening it up, which you really can't see it. Of course, I'll show you on the black. But right here is a little bit loose. So what I do is I take the end and I just tug a little bit, and it'll close up. So not that many holes. So the first time I did corner to corner, like I said, it was on this heartthrob blanket, and they called for. Wait, did they call for HTC? I can't remember. I think they did. So I kind of lied when I said that I didn't know you can do um, half double crochets. 'Cause I think that one does call for it. So now I'm curious. But no, I think it does, but I think it's still like different because it leaves like so many holes. And it's the reason why I don't do granny squares because I just don't like the holes. And I don't know why it gets to me, but straighten. Thank you. We'll figure it out. It's backwards. Looking to you guys, but I'm looking at it and no wonder it's backwards. I'm looking at the right side. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm impressed. Again, I think I should have used a different red so it won't be so. Uh-oh. Well, that's not the news I wanted to see, but it's okay. All right, so row 13 is done. On the row 14, we might do row 15 and then I'll stop there. Because we are at a minute, an hour and 43 minutes into this stream. Like honestly, I can go on all night, but yeah, we're not gonna do that. All right. Here's hoping I don't hit the volume button again. All right. Row 14. Ooh. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. We're doing it again. Oh, so we just came off of seeing the Doctor Strange new one, and I enjoyed it. So the thing um, about it is that my brother, his birthday is 2nd of May, and we always go to the movies because there's always some Marvel blockbuster that comes out on his birthday. And I can't remember why or how we missed out on the last one, but yeah. He was very excited for Doctor Strange. Because the one thing that you will learn about all of us is that we're huge like superhero comic book fans. And he also games. So make sure I'm doing this right. Pay attention. Okay. And he's not a huge Doctor Strange fan, is the fact of who made an appearance that made him go like, you know what, yes, we're going to watch this. But other than that, we did kind of grow up on superheroes and the cartoons at least. Me, um, I used to kind of read the comics. Just the one. Yep. So I'm that type of person that needs to. I need the storyline to kind of go by the comics. You know what I'm saying? Like you can modernize all you want, but as long as you go with the storyline that the comics do, I'm fine with it. You know. But the thing with Doctor Strange is that we wasn't huge fans of Doctor Strange, but so to us, the Doctor Strange movies were pretty good. Others will say otherwise. Honestly, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things of white. But I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thought the first Doctor Strange was pretty good. Um, but we had a good time, and it was just honestly it was just family, and I actually liked the fact that it was not too many folks this time because it can get hectic when the whole entire group goes. The storyline could have been a bit better, but the scenes themselves were pretty good. Um, I don't know. It just we was just talking about it in another server, and another friend of mine, she's on this Marvel kick, so she's watching all the Marvel movies. She wanted to watch the first Doctor Strange before she watched this new one, and my best friend was like, "You need to watch the last Spider-Man because they kind of coincide with each other." And that's what I told her, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And we just got to um, talking about the movies um, compared to the comics. Trying to remember how that sparked though. Oh, because um, another friend was like, they seen um, the latest Spider-Man, and they was like, "Well, you're gonna need tissue," you know. And we just got on the subject of how me and my other friend, we're both big crybabies when it comes to movies. Like me, especially. Like even if it's not a sad movie, if something like sad happens in a movie, I'm going to cry. Like, I can't think of a movie that I did not cry at, honestly. I can't think. Um, well, maybe this Doctor Strange one. I didn't cry at that one. Probably teared up a little bit. That counts, right? um, but I was just saying, during so the other friend was saying that they didn't cry at Endgame, the Marvel movie, Endgame, and I was like, I was ugly crying because I went in, I already knew what they were going to do, but it was because I've read the Infinity War arc in the comics. So first off, Infinity War started wrong. It was they did it backwards. I'm gonna put it that way. And yeah, it was backwards. It was still a good movie, you know, but it was backwards. And when I saw Infinity War, I then, realize what a lot of the other diehard Marvel fans have been complaining about as far as the movies go. Uh-oh. Oh man, come on! I can't do one more. Can't. Oh, I can leave another bobbin. All right, it's fine. Okay. So, all right. So yeah. So as I was saying, I have another friend of mine who did I not switch? No, I didn't. All right, it's fine. You can stay there. Um, so I have another friend, associate, who like she doesn't like Marvel movies. She hates them. Oh, I wonder if I can do this. I cannot. It's too small. All right. Because she says that they're not accurate, like at all. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor baby. Honey. Oh no. She's stuck. My poor old girl. You know, yeah, she says they're not accurate, like at all. Like there's some, but it's not enough, you know. And I'm trying to remember which Marvel movie that was where she explained it to me because I grew up on X-Men. and not particularly Marvel as a whole. Oh shoot. Definitely was not supposed to finish that part. Okay. So I could tell you a lot more about X-Men than I could like Marvel, like period, you know. But she started explaining like a lot of stuff, and she was like, basically how I am when it comes to any DC movie, you know, because I don't like DC movies at all. All right, row 14 done. So anyway, oh my gosh. All right, let me see what she's crying about. I hear you, girl. Okay. What is it? Wanna go outside? Oh, you're trying to get him to come in. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Anyway, so oh, I just noticed. So yeah, so she is on Marvel the way I am on DC um movies, because I grew up um on DC Comics. Like the only person that I really didn't know about was Martian Manhunter until we moved here. So I honestly have not been a Martian fan for that long, but I have been one long enough. This one being tangled up. Like it is seriously tangled. I don't know what I did. Um. So yes, I'm trying to remember which Marvel movie it was that we came from, and we had to uh we went to dinner afterwards. Oh, you know why they're tangled up? Because I did it all messed up. It's supposed to be over here like that. All right. I wish I could remember which movie we had came from, but she was like, no. Oh, okay, that don't go. That needs to stay over here. All right, let's see if I can catch this little straggler. And if not, I know once I do a border, the border will catch it. And I think I caught it. I did. Hmm. So I think it had to be. Was it the first Avenger movie? No. Yes, buddy. Oh boy. What do you need? What? He's probably complaining because his sister is outside and he isn't. You're killing me. Ah. Go around the other way. But yeah, anyway, it was good to see that somebody else was as particular as I am when it comes to these comics turn movie thing. And the one thing that Marvel does have over DC as far as movies, in my opinion, is the action scenes. You know, like they make it to where some of us just like, you know what? I know that Infinity War was told totally fucking backwards, but oh my god, the scenes, you know, buddy, where are you? And I think, yeah, I think that's what wins people over from with Marvel compared to DC. And again, in my opinion, because I will say that Marvel movies are much better than DC movies, and it's not me being because they refuse to put Martian Manhunter in, which I'm honestly glad for, because they were screwing them up. I already know. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta tend to the animals again. All right, where'd you go? Oh, okay. Being good. It's her. Hey, can't believe you're being nice. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad that they didn't. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am gonna need another bobbin of white because they nerfed him in Supergirl and screwed that storyline all up. You know, like I'm not a fan of the Super family. You know, Superman, Supergirl, and all them. I like Crypto, but it's because I'm a dog person. But besides that, like they they nerfed him, and storyline is all jacked up, and that's why I've not watched a episode of Supergirl, even though Martian Manhunter is in it. I don't want to be pissed off. So if they ever was to make a Martian Manhunter movie, I probably won't watch it. And I know it's rough me even coming out of my mouth, but I already know that I'm going to piss off the people in the theater because I'm going to be talking throughout the whole movie saying this didn't happen and that didn't happen and what the hell is this? This is wrong. you know. You're going to give him some jacked up love interest like they did in Supergirl. And I won't say anything else. All right. Another bobbin. I don't know. Somebody's upsetting my girl outside. So. Well, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, they will probably do all that and piss me off. It's like that one movie that we don't talk about. That got screwed all up to where I don't think anybody even has it on DVD. Yeah, DVD. Even if you know you guys still do that, I don't think hardly anybody does. But you know, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's number 6. 3, 4, 5. Just okay. So we said 7. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, All right, maybe you can see it better now. You cannot, of course not, because I choose the yellow. Anyway, same thing. There's a little gap. So I pull just a little bit to close in that gap. And then all is well. So one last little trick. Because what's going to happen is if you're not careful enough, you're going to snag on the other little segment. So kind of push that little block down while you work so you won't snag it or catch it or anything like that. Or you can do it like in front of you, which probably be better. Okay. And that is the end of row 15. So I'm going to flip it over. It's coming out pretty nice, actually. Um, so there's a couple of parts, like for some reason this block is a little bit higher. That's been happening a lot lately with these. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably put like a little strip of white right there to kind of lower it so it can be even and not a whole bunched up, or do a thing of black right here. But other than that, it's starting to come out pretty good. So that is that. I said when we get to 15, I was stopping. So you guys got to see me do 14 rows because I had already had row 1 done. 14 rows took me roughly 2 hours because I had to stop and make bobbins, stop and check on the animals. And so, yeah. All right, so let me flip this back up. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that come in to watch even later. Because I always keep these live streams up just for you guys to go through. If you like what you saw today, of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified when I go live, or if for some odd reason I decide to put up more videos, which I keep saying that it needs to happen, and I don't know when it's going to happen. So I don't know when the next live stream is going to be, of course. You guys know that. But at the same time, like I said, my husband just switched shifts, and he's going to be working night shift from here on out until further notice. So I will definitely have more time to myself and to do this and just everything. So with that being said, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time. And by the time when I know for sure that the next live stream, I'm going to be further along in the square because I'm stopping the live stream, but I'm going to continue working on the square. That is until I get distracted. So until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully we'll see some results by my birthday. some good results for my birthday. So, peace.